I like to choose these sizes because they look like rings, you know. So the first start to making a ring is to choose the right crystal, choose the right stone. Then you gotta have the right tools. You gotta have yourself a cutter, some jewelry pliers. All right, tools to twist the wire. You gotta have copper wire. Make sure you don't go out there and get the fake wire because there's wire out there that's full of aluminum. In certain stores, you have to make sure that it's all copper so that it won't tarnish or change colors while your clients or customers are wearing it while you're wearing it. And you gotta have great crystals. You have to have real crystals. Make sure these crystals are real. Make sure you're not using fake crystals. Okay? Some people go and they buy crystals and they get fake crystals. This is real crystals. That's the way you could tell it's real is because it's cold. All right? When you touch it, it has a cold feeling to it. Of course, you would definitely want a ring tool. If you don't have one of these, you can use a makeup brush is what I started with when I first started. Yeah, some makeup brushes have a pointy end and then it gets fat at the end with the brush at the end. Some of you ladies might have one of those. Hopefully none of you guys do. No. Okay, so here's some rings that I made in the past, all right? But today I'm gonna work on a new ring so you get to see how I do it. All right, so starting off, I start off with this 16 gauge wire, all right? So I make sure that I get enough of it. You always want to start with more than less. Don't get like a small piece and think you're going to do something. Like really try to get a decent sized piece. You know what I'm saying? That's the key. All right. So excuse me, setup is not the greatest. I'm just doing this off the cuff real quick just to give you guys a little demonstration of what I do. Okay. So this right here is about the right size. If you can see that length. If I want to measure it, let me get my measuring tape here with me. All right. You want to start with something, you double up the wire, have it at about a length of, let's say like 10 inches, at least 10. And then you could cut off the edge of it and leave maybe about 12 inches on one wire. All right. Then what I do is squeeze this part right here, you know, make sure that it's squeezed together. All right. Some of y'all might want to go and get some of these other pliers, which look like this. These are great for straightening the wire. All right. So you could do this if you want to. You don't have to, but if you want to straighten it out a little bit when you're doing it, that'd be great. Okay. All right. So hold on for a sec. Let me show y'all some of my artwork while y'all looking at this boring background. So I just thought I'd throw some art up there for you. This is a Sri Yantra design that I made. Okay, so we back at it. Here we go. All right, so once you straighten out the wire all the way down, try to go all the way down the wire and make it all line up evenly as much as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right, then for time's sake, I'm just gonna go ahead and hold on one more, a little bit more. I'm gonna wrap it around. Make sure you get your ring tool. If not a ring tool, then you get like I say, some type of makeup brush or something that has like where it increases in size. It goes from small to big. All right, you want something like that. All right, so you take it. I usually start off around this size, the average size of a ring, which is around like 11 or so. 11 inches, 11, well, it's not inches, but it's ring size 11. Okay, US size. UK, it would be considered W. Okay, for all you people in England, British people out there, US people, we're at 11 or so. Okay, so I hold my thumb down on it, right around 11, 12 mark between those two, and then boom, you just wrap it around. Okay, like so. So wrap it until I usually go all the way to where, okay, the bottom part, you have the adjustable part, and but then we're at the top part is where your thumb is. Okay, so here we go. All right, y'all see that? Now once you get to this part, that's when you start to maneuver the wire, and this is where you're gonna have to start measuring your crystals, and as far as to the size that you wanna um what size you're looking to do. Okay, so it depends on whatever crystal you're using. That determines how you will actually wrap this. All right, so the first loop, they will loop together, right? First loop, they loop together. Second loop. So at this point, when I do the first loop, I start to like, that's when I'll start to measure. So right now, I'll place the crystal up against it, and it looks like it's actually according to my liking. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Boom. Then once you have that done, then you come back around with this one, and then you measure it again. Okay, so that's about how the size it is, and then slide it off, and then okay, so then you bring this wire. Excuse the view. This is my first time doing it, so you know, it's not like the best angles. Thanks for your patience. This definitely takes patience to do this. All right. Now you line it up, right? So you look at it, say, oh, what do y'all think? Right? That's good. I mean, as you can see, this part, I'll have to bring it up more. And the good thing about copper wire is that it allows you to bend it around a lot. As long as you don't tie it down too fast, you could maneuver it pretty swiftly. All right. So we'll just take the tool like this and just whoop. Measure it again. What's this one? Okay, so once you have that position, then you can start wrapping it around. definitely want to at least wrap it around twice. Um, you know, so I'll wrap it around at least twice, right? Then once you put it in, wrap it around twice, you could actually squeeze it together. 3 for good luck. All right, so y'all see that? Wrap 3 times. So like I said, you always want to check and make sure it's actually the size that you like. All right, and this is where you can really start to like shape the ring according to, your crystal. All right, you really start to shape it. Let me move my seat around a little so you guys can see a little better. So yeah, I was just confirming that is about the right size. So once you confirm that it's the right size, then you could bring this part, wrap this part around. Okay. So see this part right here? Now you wrap this part. Is that a better view? Way better, right? Hope so. Okay. So you wrap that in. And sometimes while I'm doing my crystals, I'll do an own meditation, because you got to remember what we're doing here is it's not just about making jewelry. It's actually spiritual, because we're actually I'm putting all of my energy, and you want to put good energy into it when you're making the crystals jewelry. You want to have good energy, especially in your environment that you're making a crystal in. I love to make crystals outside in nature, but right now I'm indoors. It's okay. But yeah, I'm gonna put on some Om meditation so y'all can get an idea of how I do these. So I just go to Om 108, and I'll actually do my Oms. Om. This is very meditative and therapeutic at the same time. So my energy is now going into this crystal as I'm making it. Om is a powerful vibration. It's the primordial sound. It helps balance us out and open up our chakras and heals us. Om. This is actually a sign of the Om. Om. Some of y'all might see my plants over here. Got all kind of plants. It's great to have plants around in your environment. Bring that peace and that tranquility. So, like I said, you always want to check and make sure it's the right size so that you're not just tightening it. Because once you start tightening this ring up, you know, and then it's harder to shape. So you want to like always check and make sure your crystal's fitting the way you want it to fit. You could use this to press down. Like I say, these pliers are really great for flattening your twist. Flatten them down, flushing them together. You know, squeeze them together like so. You can also use these to bring your twist together. Alright. Alright, so once I get to this point, that's when I start to add the crystals. So now, before I add it, what I would usually do is I would wrap it on its own first. Alright, so to do that, today, what I was planning to do is, I was going to put it inside this right here. And then loop this and then sit this on top of the ring. So that'll look really nice. So let me show you how that works. So you gotta have two gauges. Like this is a 16 gauge, and then you want to have a I don't know what this one is. It might be a 22 gauge. I don't remember the writing fell off, but somewhere around it's like a 22, 24, maybe not 24, but more like 20, 22. Okay, 22 gauge. So 20 or 22 gauge. All right. So now that I determine where I want to put it, right? So I determine I want to put my ring here, right? Inside this copper ring that I'm wrapping around it. So what I'm gonna do is, before I attach this crystal to here, I'm gonna wrap my 20 gauge around my 16 gauge. For those who want like more intense classes and things like that, you could definitely message me. And if you have more questions, you can post them. I'll do my best to respond to your comments. All right. So as you're twisting it around the wire, what you want to do is bring them together like that, like so. Use one of your pliers, just squeeze them together. You always want to keep them tight. You always want to keep your twist tight. You don't want it to look sloppy, so occasionally you got to pull out your pliers and bring it together. Alright? So, like I said, you see, you could do this technique where you just push it up with the pliers, that'll work. Excuse the little glare, I know the light isn't the best, but you get the idea. Might as well wear my ring while I'm doing this. Put on a couple of rings. I got so many rings. I don't even know where they're at right now. Uh, show you some other pieces that I made. This is my crystal bracelet, copper crystal bracelet. Some of my work. I call this the Trinity: garnet, rose quartz, and amethyst. If you notice, this twist is a special twist technique you don't really get to see. It's a unique design that I did. Triskelion. All these pieces are actually available on my Etsy site, by the way. Alright. What else I got here? Let's see. Eye of Horus. Aha. It's the Eye of Horus. So yeah, there's so many designs that I could show you. I have so much jewelry that I made. This was a simple one. Simple. That's my citrine. I love citrine. It was actually my first crystal that I began to work with. Alright, back to the ring. Alright, now, so you're gonna wrap this around, all the way around. Right, so y'all get what we're doing, right? We're gonna put this inside. Some people do this faster using the drill. There is a way to use a drill, but this is just like a short, small portion. If I was to do a large area, I could pull out the drill. I was doing a larger piece. Poison for the cause. So y'all might be thinking, what's gonna happen when I run out of this wire? Well, that's why you always have a large supply of wire on you. I'll just add more right next to it. But that's why you always want to start out with a long piece so that you could, but you don't want it too long because you don't want to waste your wire. Because man, this copper wire has been costing a lot. The prices are going up on this copper. We are copper beings. Those of us who have melanated skin, we contain copper in our bodies. So that's why copper is the best metal for healing your body. It's the best metal to wear. It's better than wearing gold, believe it or not. Not that it's more expensive. Of course, we know that gold costs more money, but gold is not as therapeutic. It does not help with blood circulation and things of that nature as well as copper does. So the other reason we use copper is because it's also helping to expand the current of the piezoelectricity that's coming through the crystal and that's also coming through your body. We are electromagnetic beings, so therefore there is uh, electricity running through our bodies. That's why when you touch someone, you can shock them. All right, so that's how far we got. All right, you see that? We got some more to do. Some ways to go. Bro, sis, whoever you are watching this, miss or mister or professor. So whatever you like to do, play your best music when you're doing this. I just chose to put on the Om just now to kind of give you an idea of some of the things I do when I'm making jewelry. Lining this up. Let's see. Okay, I got a bit more to go, as you can see. Alright. Cut some of this wire here. And you just line it up along here and give yourself some leeway, some leverage to hold on to this. Then once you hold on to this, right, you could just begin to wrap it. There you go. And just push it in, just like the other ones, and then you cut it at the end. You always want it to be as tight as possible because then it'll be like a clean finish. As you can see, it looks very clean, right? Not many lumps or anything on it. So that's the key to doing this. You don't want it to look lumpy. That's why you pull this tool out and you could actually squeeze along the lines right here. After you snap it, boop, right? Then you squeeze it and it'll go flush up against. You want to flush, make it flush. Boom. So you don't even notice, right? Where it started with finish. Okay. All right. So there you go. Just, whoop. Hope y'all enjoying this. If you're enjoying this, click like, click subscribe, leave a comment. All right, and let me know how you enjoying this live production, because it is a production. I'm producing jewelry right in front of you. So now that I have that on like that, right? So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna attach this crystal to the ring, right? So let's do that. get you a nice piece of wire. Say about yay long. What is that about? Let's see. About 25 inches or so, give or take. Depends on the size of the crystal you're using. Right? So what I do, take it. Now that this is here, I'm going to wrap this crystal onto this loop I just made. All right. So usually a good way to start, just to start out, is to first wrap the crystal itself, so you can have a nice hold onto it. So the top part, that would be the top. At the bottom is, you could twist at the bottom, because the bottom is not really going to be seen. This is the bottom of the ring. So you get away with twisting, even though you could twist at the top as well. But boom, once it's on there, at least one couple of twists. You got a couple of twists going. All right. All I did was do a few twists. Number 3 is always good to work with. 3-6-9, y'all. I always try to do things in 3-6-9, so I wrap it at least 3 times. Okay, that means it's gonna hold real tight. So no way is it gonna come loose. Boom. All right. Yeah, that light probably was bothering you guys, right? Boom. Now that that's on, now you could begin to attach it to the loop. So you always want to give yourself some space to slide the wire through, right? Boom. Like I say, 3-6-9, y'all. So that's 1, 2, and 3. All right, you want to do at least 3 times. That's the rule of thumb I use. I mean, there's no real little book on how you gotta do this, but it's kind of according to your preference. All right. So boom, that's one side. Then I'll do the next. Alright, so once we have it tight on both sides, then we can start to put it on the ring. So I'll put it on both sides first. Okay, so now that that's on there, okay, got that on. Now I can attach it to the ring. Some of y'all might have forgot about this part. You see? Okay. I didn't have to make this loop. I could have attached it to this loop, but just for today, I chose to do it this way. None of my rings are the same. All of them are different designs. As you can see, the one I'm wearing right now, it has 2 crystals combined to it, pyrite and Can you guess what other crystal that is? Pyrite and what, guys? Write it down. I'll let you know if you was correct. Pyrite and what? What crystal did I join into my pyrite ring? I want to see how many of y'all know what crystal that is. Okay, here we go. So boom, got that side in, put this side through. So you want to go on both sides, whether it's top, bottom, left, right, all right, to secure the ring for the first time. Once you get it down, at least twice looped on it. It'll hold it on tight. And then you could add some more. So I'll put them both together, loop them both together like that. You could use your fingers to grab, or you could just use a tool to grab the end. Just grab the tip of it, because you don't want to scratch up your wire too much. You want your wire to be nice and smooth. You don't want it scratched up with the pliers.
Do you keep an eye on him?
Alright,
I'm
just put them right there.
It's like a snack or something. Well, he's watching a Q and A on my computer.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna use the rest of the vegan eggs and then I'm gonna use the chipotle meat to make like maybe some mini tacos or something.
Oh, okay.
But I might need you to go to the garden and pick the cilantro because I don't know how to do that.
Oh, okay. Boom. So now you can see it's coming together. All right. So now, you want to definitely loop it over the top of it again a couple of times just to secure the ring onto the, right? So that's why you always want to have a lot of wire to work with. Once again, do it at least 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Always squeeze it flush if you like. Okay. I usually leave a lot of loose wires. I don't cut them right away because I might use them in my design. I don't like to get rid of them too fast. So if you see it looking like a spider, all these wires like a spider, you know, just kind of gotta, let them hang around in case you might need them instead of cutting them right away. It's like people in your life. You don't want to burn no bridges. You might need people. You know what I'm saying? People out here arguing with family and friends. Like, yo, you might need those people in your life. Why are you arguing with them? this part, you can use a tool to make it tight, right? Just secure it on there good. This is more of an advanced video. It's not really a beginner video. I'm sorry, I just. But for some of you, who might catch on. You might really be people that's really good with your hands. Then you could catch on. Some of us are mechanically inclined, you know, from birth. I think I was mechanically inclined from birth. I just like using my hands. I like working on bikes, and I used to make go karts. I used to make slingshots, nunchucks growing up. So I was always using my hand, using tools, using pliers. It's definitely something you want to practice. We're living in a time where you can't rely on people to do stuff for you so much as you used to. Stores are closing down, mechanic shops are closing down, so many places are going out of business, computer stores, everything. So the more you're able to do things on your own, the better. Not that you don't need other people who do, but if you can grow your own food, have your own garden, cook your own meals, don't depend on restaurants so much. Make your own meals at home. That way you know you're eating healthy food. We don't know what's in this food nowadays. Um, um, this ring is turning out to be like a spaceship in a way. So many twists and turns. Alright, so now I'm gonna start cutting off pieces. Like, I really don't need this piece right here. I'm just gonna cut it off. Then you just flip. When you cut pieces off, you wanna hide them under the ring, like in the back and under the ring, like at the bottom, because you don't want the copper cutting anyone when you're wearing it, right? So, okay, so see where I'm gonna put this in. It's not like no rule to this. You just kind of gotta go where you feel led when you're making these rings. Like, I kind of just go use your own intuition, your own eyes. I mean, you can ask people's opinions, but you kind of gotta have faith in what you're doing. You can't doubt yourself so much when you're doing these things. You gotta really have a vision for where you're going with it, and just like go there. It may take time. You just be patient, and eventually you're gonna get where you're going. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I say. Maybe next time I'll be on the camera. Today I'm not on the camera because I just kind of woke up and went straight to making a ring. I didn't, you know, get totally dressed, sitting here in my underwear and stuff. So Didn't want to like be indecent exposure. Like I said, I do things in three, so that's like it makes nice designs when you do it 3 times. So being that I got that down there on three times, I'm ready to cut this right here. And when you cut, and don't let these wires pop in your eye, because sometimes they could pop in your eye. So aim away from you when you cut. No, when you cut these wires, and there's people around you, just make sure they have glasses on or they're not so close, because these wires can actually pop into your eyeball, and you don't want to feel that. It's like I had some close calls, honestly. Never had one shoot in my eye, thank God. Mhm. So definitely to be safe, people wear goggles, glasses. That's just to be on the safe side. I would say put on some goggles, some glasses to protect your eyes, because you don't want to get hit in the eye with one of these pieces of copper for real. Okay, almost done. I'm gonna secure the crystal. Okay, my arm went off. Let me turn it back on. Get that good vibration up in the crystal ring. Because, everything is vibration. And there's a vibe that is being released into this ring, a vibe of prosperity. If you would like to order this ring, let me know. Just leave a comment. And if it's still available, I'll mail it out to you. I charge $35 for my rings. This one I think I could get 44. But I'm doing a special today. I'll release it for 40. I'll say 30, I mean 35. Actually, 36. That's the number 9. Yeah, $36. See, that's the beauty of making rings and all that. You could just determine your own prices. Nobody could tell you what to charge. If you notice, there's a nice star pattern. So as you cross in the ring, you want to definitely pay attention to the type of patterns you're making at the top of the ring. So I like that star. We'll just leave it like that for now as a star. And then you could just keep going on and on with the rest of the wires around the edges, making them nice and pretty designs. It's like you're weaving with copper. This is like copper weaving. Even though it's wire, it's like you're weaving wire. You could say copper wrap, copper twisting. So, right now I'm fine tuning my design. It's pretty much done. I could put it on and even show you that you could actually wear it right now. But I wouldn't go out and wear this without cutting all these wires off. But I'm just saying, like, I'm just doing my final. See, look, I just put it on here. Real simple. Boom. See that? See, this is the adjustable part right here where you could go right or left. And that will just change the size of it. So I want to thank y'all for watching. For those who watched the whole video, you actually saw how to make a ring. Congratulations. Now it's time for you to go out there and start designing. Show me your designs. If you don't want to design, that's fine too. It may inspire you to just want to wear crystal jewelry, because now that you see how it's made, you might want to order a ring from me. That's wonderful. You might want to order some of my other pieces of jewelry, a bracelet, necklace. All right. So let me know. Let me know in the comment section. Or you could actually follow me on my Instagram and message me in my DM, Craig.the.creator. I didn't announce this live. I just went on live because I ain't got to worry about storing no files on my phone. It just stores right up on my YouTube channel. I ain't gonna lie like that about YouTube. You gotta really store everything on your phone. You can store it on your YouTube, your Gmail, your G Drive, all that good stuff. So pyrite is a ring, is a prosperity stone. It's actually for your solar plex chakra because it is yellow like the sun, solar. That's why we say solar plex. And that's where all our energy is, in our solar plex, our soul, our willpower. Uh, a lot of your strength comes from that part of your body. That's why if you get a punch in the stomach, body blow, whew, it can knock the wind out of you. Dudes get knocked out just from getting punched in the stomach. You know, people don't get knocked out from getting punched in the arm. They get knocked out from getting punched in the stomach or punched in the head. Certain areas of your body, you know, uh, very, very sensitive. So this is an actual healing stone. It'll heal that part of your body if you have issues with your stomach area, digestion, things of that nature. Pyrite is a good crystal to have. If you want prosperity in your life, it's definitely a good crystal to have. So it's pretty much done, y'all. I'm just doing my final touches. Okay, let's see how this feels on my finger right now. Test it out. My ring finger. Alright, so I definitely want to make it tighter. So the way you make your ring tight is you just move this and it tightens. Alright? Boom. There you go. Okay, all I have to do is cut off the spider webs. Spider legs. I used a lot of wire. You may not want to always do this because, you know, wire is expensive now. I went kind of all out on this design, but You can actually do rings with a whole lot less wire, and you could actually it would have been done faster. But this is just how I chose to do it today. Come back again. I'll be doing more designs in the future. Thanks for watching. I'm pretty almost done, coming down to the finish line. Good thing about these rings is if you ever need wire and you run out of wire or something, you gotta start like build something. You could actually take this ring apart, some of it, and use the wire off of it. If you gotta make an electrical connection for a car or for your house, you never know. An emergency. Stores closed, no more Home Depot, no more Lowe's. Hey, take apart some of your crystal ring, crystal wrap, copper wrap ring, and then there you go. Got yourself some wire. So I'm gonna cut this off right here. This is about done. So once you cut it, just cut it closer. I'm gonna cut with these. Did you hear that? That thing popped all the way across the room. Somebody was sitting over there, could have hit him in the eye. Nobody's there though. Not that I know of. Could be some angels sitting there though. Ha. I don't like the waste wire, so I'm just trying to use as much of it as I can. Instead of cutting it off, I can use it in the rest of my design. I could just cut it off, but I'd rather just keep designing. So how long did that take so far? Y'all time on this? About an hour. Okay. So yeah, you basically I can make a ring in 30 minutes, but today I chose to make it in an hour because I added this other special design at the top. But pretty much, you can make a ring. I can make a ring in pretty much 20 minutes if I wanted to. But I take pride in what I do in my work, and so I sat here for an hour to make this. And it's a lesson, so I'm actually going at a slower pace because you're watching. So I have to stop explaining that type of stuff. It's good to pull once you come into the final stages. Make everything tight. Just squeeze it all together. Make it one piece. Right? As you can see. And what's interesting is there'll be interesting designs that come out in your ring, and you can interpret them based upon how the spirit is showing you the design. One time I had a lady inside of a ring I designed for an ex-girlfriend I had. I made her ring. She's like, look, I was like, look, there's a lady here. She's like, yeah, wow. So it's interesting the images that begin to appear into these rings. They take on their own form. That's what I would say. Because crystals are a living entity, so I guess based on the vibration of whatever that crystal is, and the copper you're using, it creates certain energies or vibrations, or it'll send for certain imagery. Now, if you want to get your wire in and it's hard to slip through, you could just push up in there with the pliers, and hopefully it'll slide through like that. When you want to get up into little holes, use one of these. Use these. You can squeeze. You could actually make room when you squeeze up into the hole. If you're using space, because I'm doing so much wrapping that this ring is actually getting tight up in there. I think I can stop right here. Stop right here. So push that up, squeeze that up in there. Yeah, you want to squeeze it nice and tight so it don't come loose. Then you want to rub your thumb across the ring if you feel like I feel a sharp spot. So what I do is on that sharp spot, I'll press it down with the pliers and rub up against it with your pliers and metal. Smooth it down like that. Now it's going. There you go. All right. Now for the final stages at the top, what I usually can do is I would do like a little design. So just take the wire and twist it, and it kind of gives it like a lightning bolt. I call these like lightning bolts. Put your lightning bolts on there, makes the ring hold down a lot tighter. The crystal basically is not gonna come loose, because as you're moving around, people working with the ring on, things of that nature, doing sports, you don't want the stone to come out. So there you go. Pyrite crystal ring, y'all. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Voila. And we are finished. Hey, there's a little sharp piece here. I'm checking all these sharp pieces, y'all. I gotta make sure they're all. I can't just leave these sharp pieces. I don't want it to scratch no one. So you want to definitely use this tool to cut all your little sharp pieces. You want to be very flush up against the ring when you're cutting it. And as you get experience, you get to know where the areas are that you can do that. So boom. There you go. Pyrite crystal ring. Voila. Thanks for watching, y'all. Look real closely. Sorry for the blurriness. I don't know why my phone is doing. Let me clean it a little more. Turn this light on. Maybe that'll help. Yep. So There we go. Pyrite adjustable ring. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace and love.